Hello everyone, welcome back to Charmed Intuition Tarot, and welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. So today's reading, this one was so much fun. I did a reading like this, I think about 4 years ago, and I've always wanted to do one similar and kind of re-update it, I guess. And yeah, so I was really happy with what we got. Today's reading, we are looking at what kind of career, what kind of job, what kind of business would be well suited to you and why. So what about your personality or your skills make you a good fit for this job, and then also what you might like about it. So I want to say, like with all of my readings, have fun with this. I am not in any way telling you to quit your job or that you shouldn't enjoy the job you're in. We're just kind of having fun here. We're diving into different kinds of jobs, specific kinds of jobs. We got some specific answers based on the major arcana, and then as well some oracle cards and some additional tarot. So it was really fun. We used the letters, the numbers, the charms, the pendulum, and yeah, I'm excited to hear what you think. We've got 5 cards to choose from here, so I'll give you a close-up. Why don't we take a nice deep breath first, though, just to kind of get us started. So we'll do that. But yeah, I hope you have fun with this. This really is a fun kind of reading. It's one of those readings where when you're watching this, you might think to yourself, yes, I always knew I would be good at that. Or yeah, I think I would actually really enjoy that. So yeah, something kind of fun today. So let me show you what we have. For group 1, we have the Haunted House Tarot. So each group has its own tarot deck. So this is the Haunted House Tarot. Group 2, we have the Golden Girls Tarot. And feel free to choose more than one today, I would say. Like, maybe try to keep it to 2, see if it resonates. You could always come back to the beginning. But yeah, really see which one you feel drawn to. This is for group 3, and this is the tarot for the great outdoors. Okay, and then group 4, we have the Halloween Tarot. Ace of Pumpkins. And then finally for group 5, we have the Pastel Journey Tarot. Sorry, you can probably hear my roommate. She's on a phone call. So yeah, let me know which group you choose. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, by the way, for liking and subscribing. That really does help my channel. If you'd like to check out my Patreon, if you enjoy me or my readings, you can check out my Patreon linked below in the description. There's a reading posted every single week, as well as some bonus content. There's lots of readings already there and kind of fun extra things. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Timestamps will be below. Like I said earlier, remember these readings are for entertainment. Have fun with it. Always use your best judgment, of course. And I'd really love to know if today's resonates, if this is something that you have been interested in doing or something that you always knew you would be good at. I'd love to hear it. Leave it below in the comments and we will jump in with group number 1. All right, group 1, if you chose the first Ace of Pentacles from the Haunted House Tarot, then this is your messages about what career, what kind of business you would be good at and why. So we might get multiple answers. It might focus in on one specific thing. I also kind of want to know why you would enjoy this thing. So let's see what we get here. Group 1 would be an ideal job or career business for group 1. What would be an ideal job, career, or business for group 1? Group 1. So yeah, I'll probably, there'll probably be multiple things here, but we'll see. We'll see what we get here. Let's see. Okay, you have the King of Swords. You've got the Owl, Sight. Detach your emotions from situations you cannot control. Cornflower, psychic abilities, self-knowledge, creativity. The Magician. Leadership with Stag Spirit. Strengthen your body, bronze. That looks like armor. That's really interesting. So first glance, group one, the first thing I'm noticing is you have an ability, no matter what it is that you're doing, you are actually really good at detaching from situations when I'm getting under pressure, okay? I'll get into like what specific careers would be good for you in just a minute, because we're going to go based on the magician, but based on everything we see here with the owl, leadership, bronze, the king, I'm seeing you're somebody who's you've got a very powerful mind. I'm seeing people come to you under pressure. You're able to kind of give answers, give solutions, come up with solutions. You're able to see things that other people can't see in that moment. You're able to explain things for people. I'm seeing you're excellent at calming people down with information or knowledge. And I think I'm getting an image of like people coming to you like, this is, okay, what should we do with this? So you're really good at, I'm getting giving instructions as well. Excellent at giving instructions. And it's so interesting because we've got this like leadership energy. You've got this armor here, detaching from emotions. And I like how it says self-knowledge here. I think you're very in tune with your own abilities. And I'm getting you're very confident. Like you're very confident with your abilities, or when you are in this career or in this position, you would be very confident with your abilities. Definitely some sort of leadership role of some kind. Even if you're not like the head of something or the head of a business or something like that, you are excellent at taking the lead. There's sort of a quiet confidence here, quiet knowledge. Even with the magician, you know what it is that you're doing. You've got this confidence. I'm sensing you work in a certain career where you know how to use all of the resources available to you, all of the tools available to you. I'm seeing it is a job where you're working with tools of some kind, various tools, various like things. I'm honestly getting, and this is the kind of reading where you might hear this and think, yeah, you know what, I've always thought I'd be good at this. Like, it's not necessarily telling you to do this. It's just, this is what you would be good at. This is what you would have been good at. So more on the career end of things, I think you would have been an amazing surgeon if you're not already, or something like that. Something kind of meticulous, something that requires a lot of focus, a lot of vision. Here we see the chess game as well. So this tells me you're quite strategic as well. You're very strategic. You could be in med school. You could be going to school to be, because I'm almost getting like someone who's done a lot of study, who's done a lot of research, somebody who's very wise. Okay, it doesn't have to be doctor. It's just kind of the first thing that came to mind, because I'm imagining, when I was thinking of tools, I was imagining someone with precision using a tool to create something or to make something happen. Detach your emotions from situations you cannot control. That's interesting too, because this tells me that you are good at, or this is something you have a natural ability to do, is like separate, I guess, what's the best way to put it? Yeah, it's kind of separate your emotions from certain situations. You're able to look at things analytically. I think you would be very good in a career where you're managing a lot of information. I'm getting somebody who like has a lot of information coming in that they have to sort out into different categories. I'll get more specific. I'm just kind of sorting out what's coming through here. It's so interesting that we have psychic abilities and creativity coming in, because you do have that. You've got this combination of the more analytical side of your brain, but also creativity. So you're really good at taking information and knowing what to do with it. You've got a sense for things too. And I like that psychic abilities with this one, because it's not just that it's psychic, it's just you're able to kind of think 3 moves ahead, almost in a sense. You're able to think ahead. You have a natural skill for manifesting, like you get a vision and you know what to do. You know what steps to take. So again, that's why I think you'd make a good leader in a leadership position of some kind. I'm actually seeing here with magician, with the tools, because I was getting a doctor or somebody using like tools, but I'm also getting chef, because the magician makes me think of like using, like you're taking ingredients, you're turning it into something. And so I think you would have made an excellent chef as well, actually. Another thing I want to mention with the magician and the King of Swords here, I think you'd be I think you have a natural ability for sales, okay? I think you're able to kind of get into almost like the psychology of sales, and you've got like the charisma to do that as well. So you kind of understand the psychology of sales, and you have the kind of natural ability to sell things as well. So I think you would have been, or you will be, or you are currently somebody who's excellent at sales, selling things. Maybe you have a product of your own, something that you create, something that you make, that you sell. I'm getting that you understand the ups and downs of markets as well, the ups and downs of markets and things like that, timing. Another thing, see, your reading is coming through interesting. I'll be curious to see what the other groups say, but yours is coming through more so about like natural gifts that you have or abilities that you have. Again, I'll try and give you more specific like career examples, but I'm getting more so about your abilities here. I'm getting you're good at not taking things personally. There's something about like the market, like you're like, if something doesn't work, you're good at like not taking it too personally. You're good at taking information or data. I'm getting data and using it for next time. I feel like you're always learning. You see everything. You have like, with sight and the King of Swords, you're always thinking ahead. You're always thinking ahead. I think you'd be a great planner of some kind, like planning events or just planning in general, like something to do with planning. I think you'd be really good at. I'm really getting strongly marketing here with creativity, the Magician, and then these two like because I keep getting this thing about like sales, a salesperson. So I think you'd be really good at marketing, creativity. I'm imagining somebody looking at like a data sheet or looking at numbers, looking at analytics. I think you have a natural ability for understanding analytics as well. I'm seeing here with the Magician and with leadership too, you are extremely motivational. You might be a motivational speaker or have that ability. I think you would have done really well, motivational speaking of some kind. Okay, even in empowering people. I feel like you're really good at empowering people. I'm imagining somebody like, you could be like the head of a business or the head of some sort of team, a marketing team, strong marketing energy, strong sales energy, or on the other side of things, like I was saying earlier, people coming to you for, okay, what do I do next? What's the next step? Where do I go from here? I think you might have a job where you have a lot of responsibility, or this is saying you would actually do well under pressure. Is the first thing I think I even said. I think you do well under pressure. Strengthen your body is interesting. You could be a motivational speaker when it comes to like fitness of some kind, or, or you could be, what am I looking for? Like a personal trainer of some kind as well. Somebody that's giving out, okay, this is your plan of action. You could be into personal training, or you would be really good at that. Like strength, like more about building strength though. I'm seeing what else is coming in here. Selling exercise equipment. I think I'm seeing that you are quite independent. Okay, you're an independent person. You like to work for yourself, or you like to at least have more freedom. And I think that's why you like to be the leader in a certain way, because it's like you've got a little bit more freedom in a sense, because you're kind of like, I also think you might be really good at setting your own schedule. But yeah, as a leader, you're sort of more in charge. I think you like to kind of be in charge, or at least in charge of yourself, not even necessarily other people. This could be more so about self-leadership, but you like to kind of be in charge of a situation. I think you have low patience for people that don't want to work or don't want to get busy with things. Like I think you've got kind of a low patience for laziness. I think you've always been someone who, okay, I'll do it myself. I'm just going to do it myself. Let me do it. That kind of thing. I think life, jobs, people has sort of toughened you up. Some sort of experience, I think, has toughened you up. I think you have a deep understanding of people and the way that their brains work. Okay. And I don't know the word to use. I don't want to say manipulative, because that's not the word here. Okay. But what I'm getting is you're able to understand people, different kinds of people that you work with, and you know how to communicate with each of them on their own individually. So you know how to work with this person. You know what to say to this person. Like there's sort of a almost like strategy with people, or strategy with your work, where you know exactly, okay, this is how I have to handle the situation, or this is how I have to talk to this person to get this, accomplished. Like that's, so again, it's not manipulative necessarily, but you have a deep understanding for people and the way that they work individually. You understand that not every single person communicates the same way or responds the same way to different leadership. Like you are very good at, you're very good at communication. You're very good at like again, it goes back to like that, you're motivating for people. You're motivating. You're able to kind of get people to do things the way that you think that they should be done, okay? So that's really interesting. Let's maybe take a quick look at bronze here, see if there's anything else I might be missing, and then we'll move on to charms. So bronze inspires strength, wisdom, and love, helping you get promotions, bringing wealth into your life, and attracting the right people into your business. Okay, so yeah, you could run a business. You could be the leader of a business, or this is a goal you have for the future. You want to have employees, and that's why I think you're really good at like separating the emotions, detaching from your emotions. I think these two cards together are absolutely spot on. You're able to detach from emotions and also situations that you can't control. Again, it's not that you're being cold with people. It's that you aren't taking things personally is, I think, the best way to put it. Bronze also aids in successful negotiations. So yeah, you could be really good at negotiating, teaching people to trust their instincts. That goes into leadership. So you're really good at getting people, like this is strong motivational speaker energy, motivational person, leadership energy. You're really good at getting people to live up to their best selves. And I think ultimately that's what you want too. This isn't about getting people just to do what you want them to do. This is more so about like, this is the best. I want you to be your best. I want you to be a good employer. I want you to be a good, you're really good at getting people to live up to their best selves is what I think. I think you want to see the best from people. It says use bronze to break destructive emotional patterns, release irrational fears and anxieties. Very logical. I'm getting like you're a very logical person. Or it's asking you to kind of lean into that. It says release irrational fears and anxieties and flush toxic thoughts and feelings out of your body. So yeah, I think I don't get that you hold grudges necessarily either. You're able to kind of move on from situations. You're tough. You're definitely a tough person. You're tough. Allow the bronze ray to build strength or to bring strength and vitality back into your body. Yeah, so you're tough. You're tough. I think certain situations have toughened you up. I think this isn't I'm kind of getting a sense you're more mature. You're a very mature person. You understand people. I keep getting, again, I'm sorry if I'm repetitive, but things kind of come in waves. I get that you are really good at managing data or information. Very interesting. Let me know, is this making sense? Like, does this connect to what you do currently, or have you always known this about yourself? I'd be curious. Let's get you a few charms. We're just doing a few here. Okay, we'll get you some letters as well. Actually, we'll wait for 1 minute to do that. I will get you numbers, though. If I can find them. There they are. Yeah, you've got like a no-nonsense energy about you. I think you have like very low tolerance for like workplace gossip, dishonesty. You know, if you do have, you're like, you don't like the idea of, I mean, who likes the idea of stealing? But that's really, you've got very like, I don't want to say there's a suspicious energy, but there's slight like, I think it all goes back to, I think you want people around you that are proactive and you want a good team. Okay, there's a feeling of like really wanting a good team around you. Okay, you've got 8, 10, and 11. Those could be important dates coming up or important numbers to you. Let's see what we have in the charms. You've got thumbs up. Yeah, you're definitely encouraging. You are somebody who is motivating. People can count on you. People count on you to help them with things too. And I think you're more than willing to do that. Like, you're very helpful. You seem to really want the best for people. Very supportive energy. You've got the saddle here. You lift people up. You want them to feel supported. And sturdy. Okay, there's a sense of like sturdiness to this. You've got the boxing gloves. I think you're not afraid to speak your mind. Okay, you're not afraid of conflict. Okay, or you'd be good in a position again where you have to kind of like speak your mind. You're not afraid of and this could also be a situation where there is sort of a competitive edge to it as well. Like there's sort of a competitive kind of feeling. That's why marketing kept coming up, especially with the magician. The magician is strong when it comes to marketing. That's one of the jobs I associate with that card. You've got the moon here. Yeah, it's so funny because you've got all these messages about like sort of more of the swords energy. Okay, but you also have a strong psychic ability. So I think these two things in combination make you very powerful. You're a very powerful manifester. Very powerful manifester. I think you understand other people's emotions very well. I think you're somebody who can be trusted with very confidential information and very sensitive information, okay? You're somebody who's very, you can manage things, you can manage information. You've got the Hermit. Yeah, I'm getting kind of like that independence. You might be like the strong kind of quiet type. Now that we have the Hermit, I was thinking writing earlier. So you could be a writer, all right? You could be a writer of some kind with the King of Swords. Or writing could be a big part of what you're good at. You've got the Treasure here. I think you're good at saving money and managing money. I think you're good at setting goals. You've always got like a goal in mind. And I feel like you're somebody who's always got a goal. Like even like when you reach one goal, okay, what's next? Like you're always wanting to kind of get to the next level. Very persistent with the Hammer. Very dedicated, very persistent. You've got Vision. Yeah. You're persistent at something. Like you make it happen. You're motivating me. Honestly, your energy is like motivating me. Because I'm like not like, this is not me. A lot of this, like, I don't know. I just think this is so cool. I think that if this is you, this is just, you should be proud of yourself. I think you've accomplished a lot. Because I'm not good at detaching emotions from situations, and I think you are. Very strategic. You're able to look at you just take the information for what it is. You don't take it personally, or you're able to kind of separate it. Not that it doesn't take a toll on you, but you're able to kind of separate. And again, I keep getting you're really good at high pressure situations. Let's get you some letters, and then we'll do the pendulum, and then that'll be good. And then I have to run outside. I've been selling some clothing for a friend, so I've got to go put that outside for the person coming to get it. You, again, with the leadership, like you either you crave your independence is what I'm getting. You really crave independence. I see 10. So I'll flip these over. You can feel free to pause if you want some time with the letters. Actually, while I leave that there, I'm going to get the angel book. I'm going to read you one of the numbers. Okay, fiscal. I'm going to read you 810 from your numbers. Fiscal responsibility. Very responsible. Value yourself. Spending money on frivolous things that bring you neither satisfaction nor long-term joy is something to take inventory of here. Your angels call upon you to be more fiscally responsible so as to attract abundance your way. Take time today to map out a few changes to your spending habits. So that also connecting to your cards could be that you're in charge of a lot of money. You've got a lot of fiscal responsibility and you have to be strategic. Marketing keeps coming up, like selling things. I think you'd be a wonderful salesperson, or really, because again, you understand people's minds. You understand the psychology of marketing and selling things, also based on emotions as well. So it's really quite interesting. Very creative. You're a very creative person, but you're also very in tune with like the left brain kind of thinking, right? You're good at managing information, numbers, strategy. You do well under pressure. It's really, you're very impressive. Very impressed by you. Okay, so let's see what we have for letters. Look for names, initials. Yeah, I see 10. I see the word distill. I think we have distance. Maybe there's something about distance with your job. I don't know if we have all of the letters. Sometimes we don't, but yeah, I've seen distance. Do we have an A? Because we'd have learn. No. Let me know what you see. Group 1, I realized I forgot to do your pendulum, so I'm just editing, so I thought I would insert this. I do this once in a while, so don't mind me. Anyways, you can think of your yes or no question that you want to ask the pendulum. And there we go. Ooh, okay, you got maybe. So it's not a for sure answer yet, whatever you're asking about. So anyways, we'll jump into the ending of the reading. Look in the comments too. Yeah, let me know. Does this resonate? Is this very connected to what you do now? Do you consider yourself a good leader or salesperson or motivational speaker? Are you really good at getting people to live up to their best selves is what I think. Your people want to be around you. You motivate people. Very cool. Let me know what you think, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you next time. Hello, Group 2. If you chose the Golden Girls Tarot, first things first, I feel like you have a sense of humor. I feel like you've got a sense of humor. I think you're a fun person. So we'll see if that comes up in your reading. But yeah, today we're just kind of looking at what kind of job, career, business you would be good at, and what qualities about you make you well suited to this job. What you might like about it too. You know, I want to kind of see what the cards say, but Group 1 was very interesting. We did get some very specific examples about like actual like specific careers or things that they might do. And you know, this kind of reading could just be telling you something you already know. This could be kind of confirming what you've chosen to do. This could also just be saying to you like, oh yeah, you know, I always thought I'd be good at that. It's kind of cool to see that in a reading. So have fun with it. Okay, Group 2, what kind of job, career, or business would Group 2 be really good at? Yerba Mate, bonding, insight, originality. Silver, be persistent. Ooh, interesting. So I'm using the Major Arcana cards here. You've got the Fool. Yeah, that makes sense with the sense of humor. Because I feel like I feel like you are, it's nice though, because you've got persistence here. But yeah, I feel like you're sort of a bit of a free spirit in a way. Okay, I feel like whatever job this is, we'll get more with the tarot here, but I feel like whatever job this is, I think you crave freedom. I think you crave freedom of time, being able to kind of just do things spontaneously, take chances. You might be the kind of person that really doesn't like, not that you don't like rules, but you don't like things that are rigid. You like to kind of be able to just do things freely. I think you're likely a very expressive person, very original, very different. And I feel like you stand out because you've got originality here. Interesting. Okay, you've got 6 of Wands. I'm wondering if you're an artist or a musician or something like that. Group. Very free spirit. This also could indicate self-employment, all right, because there's that freedom element here. Freedom to kind of travel when you want, freedom to kind of do things when you want. So that could be important to you. Group 2. What kind of job, career, or business would be well suited to Group 2? Hummingbird spirit, joy. Yes, that makes sense. Joy. I think you're a joyful, funny person. I was getting a sense of humor. Isn't that funny? I think you are somebody. You've got a sense of humor. I see people really appreciate you too with 6 of Wands. People really gravitate towards you. You make people laugh. You could be a comedian. I think you help people. Whatever it is you do, you help people not take things too seriously. You help people not take themselves too seriously. People bond with you, bonding. People really bond with you. And I think as a challenge for you, you might find people don't take you seriously in your life. You might have always found people don't really take me seriously, but I don't think that's true. I think what you notice maybe is that people see the free spirit that you are, and that's kind of like, so you might kind of get the impression that people don't take you or what you do seriously. Especially if you're self-employed or if you're creative, if you're an artist. Like this would be artist, musician, writer. I'm kind of getting for you too with be persistent that what you do, there's highs and lows. There's a chance. There's almost like a risk involved with what you do because of the Fool, right? And that's self-employment in a nutshell, because self-employment, you've got your highs and lows. You've got your times where things are busy and things are going great and people are appreciating what you do and you feel like, yes, yes. You feel that success. You feel really accomplished. And then you have times where it's like, okay, I'm doing this purely because it gives me joy. So I think Group 2, I think if you chose the Golden Girls Tarot, I think that's likely what's going on here. You've got starfish, intuition, listen to your soul's truth, think less, feel more. Yeah, I think whatever this is, I think you don't want anything where you have to kind of like overthink it in a sense. Like, I don't think you would really enjoy a job where it's really like mentally taxing. Something where you are thinking about it after you leave work. There's something about you where you recognize, okay, we're not going to live forever. I really want to have fun while I'm here. I want to do what makes me happy. I want to do what brings me joy. So I think you might be someone that doesn't take money too seriously as well. And it's not that you don't recognize that money, we need money to pay for things. In fact, this might stress you out sometimes when I was talking about like the highs and lows, but ultimately that's not the core of what's important to you. The core of what's important to you, I think, are your relationships and what makes you happy. You are an artist. You're a free spirit. You appreciate music and art and food and travel and adventure and spontaneity, and you like to do fun things and be with people and experience different things. I think you're the person that is always, yep, I'm ready. Yep, let's do it. I have a friend, we always say she's the Fool card because you could ask her to do anything. You could say, okay, let's go for a road trip tonight. She's like, okay, what time? I'll pack. Like that, you've got a little bit of that in you, okay? You've got a little bit of like that spontaneous, like, let's just do it. Let's try it. This as a challenge for you might have caused you to kind of agree to things that maybe you've regretted because you dive in, right? Like this is making me imagine a situation where someone asks you to sign up for something and you're like, sure, I'll give it a shot. And then you realize, I shouldn't have signed up for that or something like that. So I feel like you're always up for anything, or you're always up to at least try. And I think that's going to get you far, actually. Okay. So there's going to be pros and cons to everything, of course. But I think your heart is in the right place. I think you are a hopeful person. I think you always believe that you can figure things out and you'll have what you need. You're a hopeful, trusting person. And this, I'm getting for you, the universe will always have your back, just came in, okay? And people around you will always have your back. I'm seeing here with bonding. People bond with you. They want to be around you, And you might even have people around you that think, oh, like, are you sure about this? But you're like, yeah, I can figure it out. So that's what I'm getting based on the cards we have. As far as specific careers, let's kind of dive into this. I've already listed a couple, but I'm getting artist, social media, anything where you're self-employed, the Fool card, anything like that, but more on the creative end of things, okay, for you. You're an intuitive. You are, again, free spirit keeps coming through. You like to travel and try different foods and things like that. You maybe don't care so much about reliability. You prefer, like if you had to choose between reliable, stability, and joy and expression, you would go for expression every time, like freedom, and there's pros and cons to each, right? Because with this, you don't get the freedom as much. So whatever this career for you is, it affords you a lot of freedom, expression, but there's a chance involved, there's a risk involved. And I feel like you recognize that, and you, because even inside, I feel like you recognize that. Whatever this job is, does require persistence. So that too makes me think of like anything artistry. You could, so many things. You could do anything freelance, okay? Freelance, like painting people's houses, flipping furniture, kind of going to different estate sales or yard sales and buying things to make over or resell. Writing books. This would really make sense with writing books because not every book you write is going to be a hit, right? It's really going to require that persistence. And then occasionally you'll write something that everyone loves and it's a bestseller, or you know what I mean? Just as like an example. But yeah, like an artist, graphic, like, but again, it's because you can have these artistic careers but be employed by someone. This is more on the self-employed thing. So there's creative expression. Like you might be a musician that only gets booked for gigs once in a while, so okay, when I get booked for this gig, I have to save this money. So that kind of thing. Again, writing, makeup artistry, freelance makeup artistry, freelance aesthetics or something like that could fall into that category. Travel blogging could be, because I was getting like travel, I'm imagining you like trying different foods and experiencing different things. Yeah, self-employment is definitely group 2. I mean, there could be, but yours has a creative freedom to it. I don't think that you're somebody that like, I don't think how do I put this? I feel like certain careers don't impress you, because really what impresses you is more creative in nature. You're more, I think you're a people person, or you're not even, I think, how do I put this? I feel like the people in your life are the most important to you, and the joy, the things that make you happy. You know, that's really what makes you the most fulfilled. So yeah, joy. I see you in careers that make you feel joyful. You know, expressing yourself. Think less, feel more. Yeah, I think you don't want a job where you have to overthink it too much. Like I don't see you doing like air traffic controlling anytime soon or something like that. You know what I mean? Like something, I heard that's a very stressful job. Okay, that's why I gave that example. But like, you want low pressure, low stress. But again, with that, you understand there's some risk involved there. Or less stability, I guess is the better way to put it. But I like how it says intuition too. You could be in spirituality. You could be a tarot reader or something like that, right? Self-employed is the base of this though. Or freedom, like ups and downs. Listen to your soul's truth. Think less, feel more. I'm really getting artist here. Artist, expression, painter. I'm seeing you work with paint. Like I'm imagining paint just all over your arms and your clothes and your everything. Like people, again, qualities about you. People find you originality. People find you so unique, original. You stand out in a crowd. People really appreciate you. I'm getting, this is specific what's coming through, but I'm sensing that there's one person you want to kind of prove wrong, or just prove to them like, yes, this is, because earlier, I think I said it, I don't know if I just thought it, but I feel like you wonder if people take you seriously. So for you, you might put a lot of pressure on yourself to succeed, or prove that what you do is legitimate, or prove that what you do is a real career, a real job, that kind of thing. So I think that's coming through as well. Very cool. Let's get you some charms. Yeah, group 2. I think you're the artist group, the musician group, the painter, the poet. Fashion might be involved, sort of fashion. Okay, you've got Libra energy here. And it's next to the clock and the key to success. So I wonder if this Libra is someone who you're trying to kind of like prove wrong. Could be what it is. You could be a Libra, or there could be a Libra involved in this career. A Libra could, you know, present you with an opportunity that you want to dive into, because this could be future. This might not have happened yet. Like this could be you taking a leap of faith into a different kind of job, or a different kind of thing one day. I will say with originality, like you got something different. You stand out. Something about you really stands out. You've got just breathe with the butterfly. This could have to do with like breathing through the changes that are happening. Take a breath, like just breathe is like diving into something, taking a chance. I think you are a bit of a risk taker in certain ways. You've got go for a walk in the umbrella. Go for a walk. That's interesting. Because these could be literal too. Like these charms could have literal meaning to you in what you do, right? I just got some people are painting faces. That's interesting. Maybe getting outside, being able to go for a walk is important to you in your career. Getting outside could be really important to you. I think too, part of what I'm getting here is you need to kind of be away from people at times. You need your alone time to kind of just dive into what it is that you love. Like your art supplies keep you company. Your music keeps you company. You might have a dog too. That's really important to you. You might really just enjoy kind of creating and spending time with your dog. You got the candle. This can be about wishes. This could, again, like I just said, this could be specific to you. You might be involved with party planning or something like that. Birthdays could be important to what you do, because you've got the balloon animal here too. So children's birthdays or something could be involved in this. I was getting face painting, so it could be something like that. You've got the spoon. This could be about assistance. You might be someone that likes to help people, or someone could be helping you. I'm kind of getting there's someone coming in to offer you some sort of, it could be this Libra, this sort of key to success, this chance. Something's coming in here. It's a matter of time. Matter of time. If you've been waiting for your chance with something, or like that piece of art to, you know, that thing that you created, that thing that you're doing, the music that you create, your YouTube channel, whatever this is, there could be some success in your future here, because you've got key to success and 6 of Wands. Let's get you some angel numbers here, group 2. You've got 11, 6, and 2. I'm going to read 11. I'm going to read 116. We'll do letters after this, and then the pendulum. I realized I forgot group 1's pendulum, so I'll have to go back and do that. Okay, so don't look around, only within. Your angels remind you, the key word, by the way, is comparison. So yeah, I feel like there could be a bit of comparison. You might be looking at people's life that do have a little bit more structure and kind of thinking, you know, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't mean you still can't add structure, but I feel like you do something that brings you a lot of joy. So your angels remind you that comparing yourself to others only takes away from your own beautiful experience. What do you feel you are lacking? Journal your answer as a letter directly to your angels. Know they will receive this correspondence and respond to you with signs. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, if you've been comparing yourself, or like, do you compare your art with other people? That could be one of the challenges of this career, is comparison, right? With other creatives. Okay, let's get you some letters. Okay, got quite a few T's here. Let's roll one to get something. Oh, okay, it's T. So the letter T could be very important for whatever reason. You've got like 4 of them here so far. So you've got friend, live. I think you are somebody that lives life to the fullest. You're always open to new experiences, to trying new things, new foods, experiencing new art, new cultures, new places, travel. You like the freedom of being able to kind of go somewhere. You might also work, have the freedom with your job to kind of work remotely or work from wherever while you're traveling. You could be into like travel blogging or something like that. Okay. Let's see. Let me know what you see. Got an R here. This one's hard to see, I've noticed, but okay, so let's see. I see jump. If you turn this W around to an M, I see jump. I'm recording this in the month of June, so you could be watching it this month, or this could be a significant month to something that you're doing. Here, do we have an A? I'm not good at finding things. Let me know what you see, though. Look in the comments. And by the way, thank you, everyone who makes the list of words in the comments. Thank you so much. That really does help me. Because I always see things afterwards. Like when I'm editing, I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's just when I'm, because I could be staring right at it. You've got test. So test. Rest. Look for names too. Okay, let's do your pendulum group 2. Okay, so think of a yes or no question related to today's video. Pause the video if you need more time. Okay, you've got a no for today. So let me know what you think, group 2. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. Let me know, does this make sense for what you do right now, or what you'd like to do one day, or the job that you want, or the job that you think you'd be happy in? Let me know what you think. Does this make sense for what you do? I'd love to hear it, and we will see you next time. Hello, group 3. If you chose the Tarot for the Great Outdoors, then this is your messages about what kind of job, what kind of career would be good for you. And I love that you chose Tarot for the Great Outdoors. You've got 3 of Pentacles. Cool. Because I was actually, sorry, there's pen on my hand. This reading I'm filming over the course of a full day because it's a busy day here. I was just outdoors. I'm doing lots of stuff around the house, and I'm selling some clothes actually for a friend. So it's kind of a busy day, which I think works out for a reading like this. You might be very busy. That could be why I'm telling you this. This job could have you very busy. So group 3, what kind of job would be well suited for group 3? What kind of job would be well suited to group 3? What kind of job would be well suited to group 3? Strength. Okay. Beautiful. Group 3, what kind of job would be well suited to group 3? Manifesting dreams with water spirit. Very cool. What kind of job would be well suited for group 3? Overcome your challenges. Plum. Here's the thing, group 3. I think you like to be challenged. I think you like a challenging, possibly physical job. I think you're a very physical person. I'm also seeing, and this is also based on the deck you chose, okay? So I'm going to say I feel like you really enjoy being outdoors. You might always imagine working outdoors or having a job that allows you to work outdoors. But I do think, I'm taking this strength sort of literally in what I'm about to say, but I think your job requires a lot of physical strength. I'm seeing something like landscaping, gardening. I'm seeing you pushing a wheelbarrow and doing lots of like labor, like manual kind of work that's lifting things. So landscaping is coming to mind immediately. Just because you chose the outdoors, there's a very outdoors energy to you, and you have overcome your challenges with strength. So I think you, and I've got more answers to this, but my first instinct is to say that you are somebody that isn't afraid of a challenge, of a physical challenge specifically. I think you like to get outside and work with things. Look at this. You've got like, I think you find outdoor work very rewarding, or you find your work in general very rewarding. I think you actually kind of like the feeling of like being physically exhausted after a hard day's work. That kind of goes into what else I was going to say. You could be into physical, like personal training of some kind. We'll get into that. I just want to get the rest of your cards to see what we have. So group 3, what kind of job would you be good at? What kind of career would you be good at? What kind of career or job would you be good at? Starfish and bat. Interesting. Okay. A lot about manifest. Oh, that's interesting. I might have to go check the door. She doesn't usually bark. You might work with dogs or animals. For sure, animals. This would include animals, working with animals. Okay. Wildlife, for sure. Group 3. Friendship, calm, and gentleness. Okay, so an otter was on my lap, so that's interesting. That must have fallen out. Okay, so group 3. Let me just see here. I might pause this to make sure I didn't miss anyone coming to pick something up. So I'll be right back. No, okay, we're good. The person coming isn't coming for 3 hours, so we're good. Okay, but that could just be a message. You might work with animals, okay? Because going back to what I was saying, I feel like you are a very like physical person. You've got Pentacles energy here very strongly with 3 of Pentacles, the Strength card. So I'm getting like outdoors, like wildlife. You might work among animals, so I'm getting going back to kind of like landscaping or gardening or farming specifically could be really big here. And you might think, well, I'm not a farmer though, but maybe this is just saying you would have done really well doing that, because farming is really hard work. Like you could be someone who works on the home and has like gardens and like veggie gardens, fruit gardens. You could have like a fruit stand or something, or sell your produce, sell your things that you grow. Landscaping, again, very hard work. I'm seeing you work well as a team, or people really enjoy working with you. They find you quite motivating, but you do well as a team. You're a great person to like work with and help out. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here. So let me just kind of look at this. Yeah, because you've got friendship here too. So you seem to make good friends with coworkers, or your coworkers want to be friends with you. Okay, it really kind of depends, but you seem to be fun to work with. You seem to kind of make even the most challenging work kind of fun in a way, right? And I think you hate to be bored. One thing I know about you, I can see here, is you do not like to be bored. You would rather be exhausted after a full day's work than be bored and like falling asleep. I don't think a desk job is the kind of job that you personally would like. Some people love that, right? Some people, that's their thing, right? You, I'm not seeing that. You want to be outside. You like to get your hands dirty. I'm seeing you kind of like getting in the soil, working with plants, gardens, animals, things like that. That's why I'm thinking like farming, wildlife. Even going back to the strength card, this can oftentimes connect to animals, veterinary, something like that. But I'm kind of seeing for you, you almost like there's an unusual sort of thing to this. Like you might ride horses. Like I'm getting so much here, but all of it, the theme I'm getting is like outdoors. I'm seeing your hands kind of covered in dirt, your clothing, like you like to be. It's so funny. Group 2, I was seeing them covered in paint. You, I'm seeing covered in like dirt and soil, and you're maybe a little bit sunburned, and you've gotten a lot of fresh air that day. You come home, you're exhausted. You're like, yes, I got so much done today in the garden. I got so much done. I sold so much of my produce. Like, yes, like that. It's really, your work seems very like satisfying, like physically satisfying. I'm seeing you can feel your arms getting stronger, your legs, your muscles getting stronger with whatever it is that you do. You have to bend and lift and carry things and move things, and you're in the sun, you're outside, you're getting fresh air. It's really nice. This is kind of the work I wish I could do. I go outside in the sun. I'm like a vampire. I'm like, okay, that's enough for me 5 seconds into it. But yeah, this is beautiful. I feel like working outdoors, maybe even like hiking, tour guides, things like that. Natural resources, wildlife's coming through really strongly. I'm getting something about maple syrup, lots of different things like that. Going into like camp counseling or something like that, actually. Personal training, but with an outdoorsy kind of energy to it. Like you might be in like physical sports of some kind, like soccer coach, baseball coach. I'm seeing you as like a very active person. You like to stay busy. But yeah, like sports, outdoor personal training, obstacle courses, things like that, camp counseling. I was getting horses earlier for some reason, so that might be specific. You might be someone that takes care of horses at a stable or something. That's lots of hard work. More into the physical things, you could be into something like occupational therapy, even something like massage therapy, or what are the, like, not so much sports medicine. What is it called? Oh my gosh. Yeah, just like physical therapy of some kind, okay? Could be part of it. And again, it doesn't have to be outdoors. I'm just getting a strong outdoorsy feeling. But there's also a great social element to this, because even if it is indoors, it's something you're doing with other people. You seem to be like counting on each other to kind of help each other out. I'm getting everyone has where you work, or where you will work, or where you would be good to work at. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and you really seem to have like a great team around you. I think having a great team is important to you. I don't think you do well in the kind of atmosphere where people are like kind of quiet and keep to themselves. You seem to want to chat, talk, have a great kind of sense of teamwork wherever it is that you work. You find that really rewarding for yourself. So that's really nice too. Now, other things that I'm picking up here. You've got the star. We haven't gotten the star yet in any of the groups. The star can be someone who's a very motivational person or a very inspiring person. So I see that here with 3 of Pentacles. with friendship, the starfish, overcoming challenges. You yourself are someone who's very motivating, and that's why I'm going back to the sports thing. You might be a really great coach of some kind. Physical coach, personal trainer would be really big for you, like personal trainer, because you seem to like be very motivating for people. You help people overcome physical challenges in a certain way, and that's why I'm thinking occupational therapy or something like that. You might help people regain strength after they've gone through something challenging physically. You might help people or be really good at helping children, who deal with certain physical challenges. Again, I think it's occupational therapy. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I don't know all of the titles of these jobs that are coming in, but yeah, you seem very patient is one other thing that's coming in. You're very patient with people around you. You feel rewarded when you feel like you help someone who's dealing with some sort of challenge, or someone who's maybe vulnerable, or somebody who's got some sort of challenge. You really do feel rewarded when you help them overcome this. And that's why personal training is coming through really strongly. But again, there's also that strong nature element to this. And also animals. Like I said, this could be veterinary, vet tech, working with outdoor animals or wildlife, working at like a sanctuary for animals of some kind, helping animals recover from illness or something like that could come through. Here's the thing, group 3, you seem to have the most variety coming through today. Group 1 was very straightforward. Group 2 is very straightforward. You got like a lot of physical jobs, working outside, working in gardens, landscaping. I get that you'd be very good with animals and wildlife, which really does connect to nature, but also people too. People enjoy you. You've got like a physical kind of essence to this reading, and a very friendly person. People find you friendly. They want to be around you. They feel uplifted and motivated and willing to kind of overcome or attempt to overcome their challenges because of you. You yourself could have overcome a really big challenge too, and that in itself could be very motivating for the people around you, because they see what you've done and they want to learn from you. They want to like connect with you and hear more about your story. I love that you have the word gentleness with the strength card, because again, there's that gentleness. You help people work through things. You help people get through things. You just have this motivating, people are drawn to you. Just they want to be around you. They feel safe with you. They feel like they can be vulnerable, and they feel like they can talk about their challenges too with you. You seem, and even if the outdoorsiness doesn't have to do with your job specifically, you just seem like a very like down to earth kind of person, I think is what this could also be, if it's not so much about actual nature. Down to earth, just the kind of person, you're not pretentious, you're not, you don't give out that impression where people need to kind of like guard themselves around you. They feel like, okay, I can really be myself with this person. I really feel like I can be myself and talk about my dreams and my goals and my wishes and my fears and my weaknesses. And this person's really down to earth. They're here to listen. I feel like you've always done really well with people, and people really have always done really well with you. Whether or not you recognize it, I think you maybe don't even give yourself enough credit with how much of a positive impact you make on the people around you. Is that an otter or a seal? It might be a seal, but I just made this connection. But water spirit, you're very sensitive. I feel like you're a very sensitive, soft person. What's that expression, salt of the earth? That just came in, and I don't know what it means, but sometimes phrases will come in, but someone's telling me to tell you it's like salt of the earth, very down to earth, grounded kind of person. People around you, they immediately feel calm. They immediately feel like, oh, okay, this is what I've been dealing with. And okay, this is, and this goes into physical therapy. It's like, oh, people feel trusting of you to kind of help them in their most vulnerable moments. Like, oh, you know what? My leg is really hurting. Like, my muscles, like I'm dealing with this challenge. Like, people really feel safe with you, I think is one of the overall messages here. They find you very inspiring and comforting. And this starfish is a healing energy too, by the way. So you might heal people physically as well. Again, that goes, I think I mentioned massage therapy, occupational therapy, sports therapy of some kind. I don't know the name of the people that work with like sports teams, physical, like sports. Oh, I don't know the name. I'm sorry. This is the kind of reading where it's almost impossible. It's kind of like I'd have to research every single job to be prepared for this. So I'm just kind of communicating what's coming in intuitively. And feel free to add to the comments anything you get from this that I might have missed, please, by all means. But yeah, great team, great sense of teamwork here. Great sense of like, okay, we can overcome this challenge. We can do this. So really, really interesting. If it's not so much the physical aspect of the job that you might not like physical work, okay, or maybe you're not able to do physical work for whatever reason. Either way, I think it's more so about the challenge that you seem to like. You seem to enjoy a challenge. You seem to overcome a challenge. You seem to push yourself. If you are a physical person, you might be the type of person that really enjoys marathons and like running 5 or 10Ks, things like that. Physical, like obstacle courses, things like that is something I feel like you really like to do, because I feel like you have these dreams and you like to see them actually happen in the reality. You like to feel them, and you like to, I keep getting the sense you like the feeling of being tired for some reason. Like there's almost like this feeling you get after you've like done a lot of work in a day. It's like, yes, I like this feeling of like I worked hard today. So it's really, really interesting. Okay, group 3, let's see what we get from. And even if this isn't something you do, the cards could just be saying this is the kind of personality you have, that this is what you would be good at. This is something you could do. This is maybe something you'll do in another life. You know what I mean? Like, or in a past life, maybe, if you believe that. Or maybe this is just something maybe one day you'll have the opportunity to do. Or maybe this is something you've already been doing, and this is just nice confirmation. Okay, so again, look at this. You've got the spoon, so very helpful. You're a very helpful person. You want to make things easier for people. So that's beautiful. You've got the sign of Cancer here. You've got the scale. This is about justice, fairness. It can be about decision making. You've got Chaser here. Let me see. Oh, that's interesting. That's making me think of like sports, actually, or like an obstacle course, chasing a goal, even chasing a manifestation. The coffee, energy, motivation. I think you're just, people might ask you, how do you get so much done? Like, how do you do this? Or maybe that's something you admire in other people, and that's something you're wanting to do, is like, oh, I saw this one clip of Martha Stewart saying she finds it fun to see how much she can get done in a day. And I think that's kind of cool, especially for me, because for me, I'm not like this. Like, for me, if I have something, I was talking about this the other day, but if I have something to do in the afternoon, I have a really hard time making use of my time in the morning. I feel like you're somebody that's really good at making use of all of your time. Like, you don't like sitting still, I feel like. You don't like sitting still. So that's really interesting. So that's what I'm trying to work on. Like, even if I only have 2 hours, it's like, okay, what can I do in this 2 hours? What can I organize? Or even let myself rest, but then fully rest, not be thinking about all of the other things I could be doing. So kind of being present in the moment. I think you're good at that too. You've got, action, movement. You've got the knight here. You've got the book and the calculator. Your job for some reason, could require lots of calculations or changes, edits or alterations at certain points, or lots of note-taking, actual calculations, adding things up. There could be math involved in this for some reason. Calculations, this could be if you run a business selling something that you make, like woodworking. Again, there's that physicalness to it, right? And I don't even mean physical body. I mean physical, like items, like gardening or things you sell, things like that. So there's something about calculations. Okay. Yeah, tough. I'm seeing like a toughness, there's there's like a physical toughness to what you do. You seem like a tough person, like and I don't mean like tough, like mean. I mean like you can handle a challenge. You're ready. You're up for the challenge. Persistence here, I'm seeing with the bicycle. Persistence, movement. Again, that could be like bike riding outside. Like biking could be involved. You could run like a biking company that sells bikes. You're outside testing bikes, trying bikes, selling bikes, things like that. Bicycles could be part of your energy, hiking trails, things like that. You could rent bikes. Butterfly, you could be into like wildlife, nature. Butterflies could be something you enjoy seeing when you're at work. Like I said, going back into like gardening, go for a walk. Absolutely. You want to be outside. You want to be walking, trail walking, things like that, or have access to those things. You've got the stop sign here. Okay. This could indicate traffic. It could be more symbolic, like stopping to enjoy scenery. It could indicate maybe this is something you do for a living. Like maybe you work outdoors in traffic in some sort of way. Maybe doing like, you know how cities like along the like downtown area, there'll be like gardens and things. Maybe that's something that you do. You've got message in a bottle here. This can indicate a message coming in regards to career or career opportunity in a case like this. I like that you have the diamond image, like these people mining for diamonds. You've got the pirate too. So there's almost like something you find really rewarding you've got like this feeling of like you're always chasing the next kind of thing, that next goal. It's like, yes, you might really enjoy getting medals and things too. I know this is getting quite specific, but this is the kind of reading where there's so many different things that want to come out right now. So have fun with it. But yeah, medals or rewards of some kind, physical mementos or reminders of different accomplishments. You might be a collector of physical objects too that you collect or find. Okay, you seem to be the kind too that you like probably crystals. This is crystals, not diamonds. That's interesting. But yeah, you might be into crystals, collecting crystals and rocks. That could be a big part of your job, like geodes and physical rocks. You could be like, what's that job when someone works with like rocks and crystals and things? But yeah, that could be what you're into. You could sell crystals, outside hunting for different rocks. You could paint rocks. Rocks could just be an important thing for you. Work with rocks in some way. Very cool, group 3. I really love your reading. You got the turtle spirit here again. You could actually work with turtles or wildlife of some kind. Or your job too is something you kind of have to take your time with too. It's something that can't be rushed too much. Very neat. This is a scale too. There's something about like weighing something, weighing options, weighing produce maybe. I don't know. Have fun with it, right? Umbrella, again, like outdoors. This can be about protection too. Very cool. Let's get your letters and numbers. We'll do numbers first. We'll do the pendulum too, group. Yours, I had the most energy during your reading. We're going to read 15. I had the most energy. Like I felt like I couldn't get the information out quick enough. Lots of energy. That could just be how you are. New ideas. Level up your thoughts. Inspiration is the way your angels are directing you onto your inspired path. The ideas you get are important as they lead you to the next step. Repeat this mantra: I am open to receiving divine inspiration. Wow. So yeah, you seem to be inspired to do something involving the outdoors or involving something to do with nature in a way, or challenges that you want to overcome. You seem very inspired to overcome a certain challenge. Very cool. You've got Leo energy, you've got Cancer energy, and of course lots of Earth energy here as well. Okay, let's get your letters. I keep putting things places. Oh, there we go. Okay. You are a manifester. You're really good at you're good at imagining something you want to create and then overcoming the challenges to get there. I'm getting people are very impressed by you. Like people are like, wow, they want to know more about how you do things. Okay. Seeing you do yoga outside or Pilates outside, stretching outside, walking, hiking. Hiking is really big for you. Okay. Let me know what you see. Always check the comments. And by the way, thank you so much for everyone who makes suggestions. I really do appreciate it. It does help me quite a bit. Because I often see things after I'm editing. I see home run. Maybe you are a coach to like a baseball team or something. Home run. Maybe you enjoy going to like sports. Because this, other things could come up in today's reading too, right? So strong, I'm seeing strong. And again, you know, it might not just be physical strength too, right? Everyone's strength can come in different forms. You might just you might be very mentally strong and able to overcome different challenges too. It doesn't always have to be physical challenges. I was just really getting that physical pentacles energy, and then sports kind of came up for me. But again, take it how it resonates, right? But yeah, strong. We don't have the G, I don't think. Unless we do, I'll probably notice it later if we do. I don't think so. But yeah, strong, strength. I'm seeing mentor. You're a mentor for people. Reach. I'm seeing reach. Reach for the stars. Reach for your goals. Okay, so I'll put those aside. You can always go back and pause if you want to. Okay, I'm going to straighten this out here. This was coming up, so let me fix this. Okay, group 3. Think of a yes or no question. You've got a maybe, so it's not giving you an answer yet. But yeah, feel free to come back to another reading. But let me know what you think of today's reading, group 3. I really hope that you enjoyed today's reading. Did it resonate? Is this your reading, right? Only you will know, so let me know what you think. Although we didn't really address the bat. That's the one card I didn't really get too much into. So let's just, before we go, I'll read you the bat. We'll see what it says. Bat energy to me, this is, well, sorry, 1 second. Here we go. Okay. When in balance, adapts, accepts, and adjusts. Yeah, I said something about adjustments. Like, I feel like you make a lot of adjustments. Bring into balance, watch the sunrise. You might be someone who gets up early. You like to be outside to watch the sunrise, or your job allows you to watch the sunrise. No more lingering in the past. Darkness, letting go, rebirth. You might enjoy being outside at night too. It's talking about a chapter ending. I like that with the overcoming challenges cards, because you seem really good at like starting over. There's something about the sunrise for you. Yeah, very, very cool. Let me know if this makes sense, group 3. I really hope you enjoyed this. We will see you next time. Hello, group 4. If you chose the Ace of Pumpkins, then this is your reading. I love that you chose the Halloween deck, by the way. So I'm excited to see what we have. We're looking at like what kind of job, what kind of career would you be good at, and why. So I want to know like what skills you have that would make you good at this job, and then also what you might really like about it too. So let's see. We've got the moon. Interesting. The moon. Okay, that's interesting too, because that means you're going to get 2 major arcana cards today, because that's what I'm using as the main cards. You've got the moon. Group 4, what kind of job? Fire ant. Interesting. I'll have to read that one. I haven't used this deck in so long. I used to use it all the time. Okay, group 4. What kind of job would group 4 be good at, and why? Wisdom. Owl spirit. Very interesting. Okay, and then we'll get to your other major arcana. Oh my gosh. Okay, you got High Priestess energy. Okay, I should have said it, but with the moon, there's something here about like secret wisdom here, because you've got owl as well, like secret knowledge or secret wisdom. And we're seeing that here with the High Priestess as well. So this could be lots of things. You could just be intensely intuitive. Your job could involve your intuition. You could be into tarot or something like that. You could be an oracle card reader, a palm reader, tea leaf reader. You could do tarot or online tarot or something like that, or you might have a place that you go to do tarot. Another thing that's coming through, interestingly, is detective, okay? Wisdom, like seeking out knowledge or information. But there's definitely an element of like secrecy here, or something that's hidden, finding something that's hidden. So what's that called? Not detective. Yeah, I mean, I guess detective, but what's that called? Like an investigator or something like that? Like a personal investigator? I think you're the person that people go to for like, okay, if they want information on a situation, or if they can't find someone on Facebook, you're like, oh, 1 second, and then you find them in 2 seconds flat. Like you have this way of finding things out like no one else. So we'll try to think of some jobs that might work with that, and I do want to look into see what Fire Ant says, but so far that's what I'm getting. And as soon as we got the High Priestess, I felt it even more. But yeah, the Moon card, I was thinking of like hidden knowledge or something that's hidden, secret, finding out secrets, but also there's of course the intuitive element to this, so like intuitive wisdom. So let's see, group. It's very much fitting with the Halloween tarot that you chose. So group 4, what kind of job would group 4 be good at? Determination and hard work. Oh, interesting. Very cool. That reminds me of group 3, actually. They had a lot about like gardening or farming or something like that. Group 4. One thing about you is I feel like you are the type of person, or you're being encouraged to do research. Like I feel like you're doing research into something. This also might be a secret job or a secret, like there's something secretive to this is the thing I keep getting, or something you're keeping very personal to yourself. But with hard work, it's like hard work you're doing kind of behind the scenes is what I feel like. Group 4. What kind of job would group 4 be good at? Awaken your creativity. I love this. Amber, beautiful. Okay, so am I missing anything? I don't think so. So yeah, we'll start with this. Of course, I've got more cards to pull for clarification if we need. We'll get some charms, letters, numbers. But this is very clear to me, group 4. Yours is coming through very directly. You are in tune with what's hidden. Okay, so we'll try and think of some jobs like this, what this could be. Again, I was thinking investigator or detective. And the thing about a reading like this is you might not ever decide to be a detective, but this reading might be just letting you know you'd make a terrific detective. You just have a way about figuring out what's hidden, figuring out secret information. I feel like you're very secretive or very private as well. The other thing that this could be is that work that you do that no one really even knows about. Like you might have work that you do that's just secret, a secret job. I have no idea what that could be. It could be many things, but you've got like, or you could have sort of like a secretive job, or like a job that's very mysterious to people. Like people might say, hey, what is it that you do? And you're like, oh, a little of this, a little of that. Like, I feel like there's something secretive about you or your job that you feel like you don't want to tell everyone. And that just could be simply because you're private, right? But wisdom, the High Priestess is making me think of like hidden or secret knowledge that you have. So yeah, that could be all sorts of jobs. By the way, if I don't pick up on any, leave it below in the comments. Like this is the kind of reading, like feel free to participate, of course, because I won't pick up on everything, right? I'm just kind of seeing what comes up initially. But I mean, I don't know a lot of secret jobs. I think that's part of it too. Maybe they're so secret that I don't know about them. Another thing I'm getting here with awaken your creativity and the moon, this could just be that you're a very creative person and you like to keep your creation secret until it's time. You're very patient with the process. You don't want to share it right away. Like this is something, you might be a bit of a perfectionist where you like to kind of keep things hidden until you're ready to reveal them. All right. So until it's time to sort of like harvest it, essentially. I feel like you kind of like keep things under wraps. You like to keep things kind of personal and private, is one big thing. Another thing that I'm picking up on is your job could involve facing some sort of fear or dealing with fears, okay? Partially because you chose the Halloween tarot. You've also got the moon, okay? So there's something here about facing some sort of fear, getting to the core of fears. Your job might involve, for whatever reason, helping people process fears or deal with fears or deal with hidden emotions. This would be the kind of job maybe you're like in therapy, but more in regards to like the emotional aspects, so like counseling possibly. Because you've got the moon too, like this is an emotional energy, so you could have a job relating to people's mental health possibly, or emotions, relating to fears, like especially, okay? So relating to people's fears. You have some sort of secret knowledge or just wisdom in general that you've gained over years of study or just time and experience and intuition combined. You've got a lot of wisdom. I think people really appreciate the wisdom that you have to share. Okay, so you have like these pieces of wisdom or these things that you say that people are like, yes, you help kind of make things click for people or help deal with possible confusion for people. So yeah, any job involving intuition could definitely be what this is about as well. I do want to read, we're going to do a little reading for you. Very fitting for the High Priestess. I always think of like research and books. Also, the idea of duality and the moon too, the duality with the High Priestess, you're able to kind of see both sides of things. One side of things, but you're also able to see the other side of things. You could also be involved with like, with Fire Ant, some sort of like conflict, like mediating some sort of conflict. Or something like that could be involved in this. But there's more of a, like, it seems to lean more into creativity because you've got this amber. Like, whatever this is, it's got a creative undertone. I see you as a very emotional person, very emotional, very in tune. You're also very in tune with, like, things that other people maybe don't want to think about or other people aren't as in tune with. I think you're not, like, you kind of like, you like maybe things that are kind of spooky or scary. You might like scary movies, things like that, or scary books. That might be something that you're really interested in as well. I'm really giving the theme of like hard work behind the scenes. So like you might have a secret creative project that you're working on. So this could be your reading to let you know, like, can it keep going with this? Okay, let's look at Amber because I'm really curious what Amber says. So awaken your creativity. Amber is a fantastic color for increasing your creativity and strengthening your manifestation abilities. Yeah, you group 4, you're the magical group. I knew we'd get one today, but you're the magical group for sure. Manifestation, psychic abilities, intuitive, the tarot card reader, the witch. You've got like this wisdom about you, okay? And whether or not this ends up being your everyday job, that, you know, it might not be, but this reading is more so about jobs you'd be really good at, right? So it generates deeper bonds in relationships and teaches you how to give and receive affection. Warmth, optimism, courage, and spontaneity are among Amber's gifts. Wear amber to awaken your creative talents and abilities. Okay, so you might want to wear amber, or maybe you're attracted to the amber tones, but it's saying that it's a really helpful color for you right now to help awaken that creativity. So I don't think, I feel like you're in tune with it. I'm also noticing the werewolf here. I think you're not afraid to kind of like explore the shadow side of things or the shadow side of yourself. Yeah, I want to look at Fire Ant before we move on to charms, but this is the, like the other readings I was naming off, like this job, this job, this job, this job. Yours is kind of mysterious. So the main things I'm getting here is like providing psychic guidance or like providing tarot card readings or oracle card readings. Possibly some sort of secret creative job that you're not telling anyone about, or secret creative ideas, or some sort of secret job that I don't even know how to list because I have no idea. I think you'd be a great detective or investigator of some kind for sure. And also, of course, I did mention any job relating to people's like mental health or emotions. So you could actually be somebody who helps people with that, helps people, things like some sort of counselor or something. Okay, let's look at Fire Ant. Okay. I haven't used this deck in so long. I used to use it a lot for love readings because I used to get a lot about personality from these ones, but I go through like phases with my decks where I will use one forever and then I don't see it for a while. Okay, so when out of balance, this energy gossips. So your job might have to do, again, with keeping secrets. Like it's encouraging not to gossip. So it says, when in balance, thoughtful and disciplined. So this job also might require discipline and hard work. We see that with determination, hard work. When out of balance, argues, excess heat and gossips. So it's encouraging against gossip or anything like I feel like whatever you do, it's really important that you kind of take a step back from sometimes. Okay, there could be something like that. Thoughtful. It might be a job that you really have to kind of like research and think about or take time with. It's a job that requires time breaks in between is what's coming through. To bring into balance solo time walks at night. You might enjoy working at night. Isn't that interesting? How Fire Ant mentions night and you've got the moon. I was going to say nighttime jobs. Like you might mostly work at night for whatever reason. Okay, so, or you have night shifts. You might be someone who's really, really creative at night. I know for me, I do better recording tarot at night, and I've had conversations with my friends, and some of which just don't understand for some reason, but I'll be like, oh no, I record better readings at night. I feel more in tune with my intuition at night. I feel more creative at night. Because I've had people say, well, why don't you just do it in the morning? Sometimes I can't do it. Sometimes I cannot do it in the morning. So nighttime is a better time for me to work. So I feel like for you, it's a similar thing. I feel like you like working at night. Or you feel more creative at night. You kind of wake up, like when everyone else is sleeping, I think you crave that solitude. I think you crave that quiet, that calm. I think you're most productive at night, group 4. I think you are your absolute most productive self at night. So beautiful, beautiful. You work hard though, but you seem to work hard behind the scenes. Also, harvest really makes sense with manifestation because you were getting like manifestation energy here with Amber. So you're a very powerful manifester. You also might work with like cycles of the moon to manifest. You might be doing spell work. Of course, this is such a fitting reading for the Halloween tarot. So I feel like if you're in this work, I feel like you know what this is. So just kind of go through here because I feel like I didn't give you as many examples, but we still did get a lot. Okay, so secret jobs or dealing with secrets in some way. Investigation of some kind or detective work. That could just be more so letting you know that you would be good at that, okay? Any job involving intuition, all right, or magic, okay? So psychic, tarot card reader, anything like that. And then also with the moon, dealing with people's emotions, or you could be helping people with mental health issues or possible like fears. This feels very related to fears, especially with the deck that you chose. And then an artist, you could be an artist too. That's the other thing. Like there's so much creative energy here, but it's heavily intuitively based, like intuitive painting. There's a strong energy of like your intuition with this. And then also I feel like the moon affects your work for some reason. Okay. And then also night shifts, working at night might be a time when you really enjoy working. You could be working on a creative project right now that you're not telling anyone about. So many options, actually, the more I get into it. Okay, so let's get your charms. Very interesting group 4. Let me know if this is resonating, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this. Let me know. Okay, group 4. Let's get you a few charms. This is making me think of like the chaser of like looking for something, because the example I gave of like you're able to find out information, like someone could look for something forever and be like, I can't find this information, and you're like, oh, what did you want to know? And in 5 minutes you have the information. So people are like, what, how? So you've just got a way of finding things out. Speaking of which, you've got lost and found, things that are lost. You could, like with detective, maybe you're good at intuitively finding things that have gone missing, right? Maybe that's something you have a natural ability for. Maybe you are good at finding, like going into the detective thing. Maybe, you know, there's something about finding like a lost car or something, like, I don't know, like what could that be? Like finding something that's lost based on intuition or based on investigation. You've got a tantalizing prospect will come your way. This could be what's the secret thing that you're focusing on, a tantalizing prospect of some kind. You have the wheel here, or the bobbin. This is really interesting charm. I'll tell you why. This charm sometimes represents behind the scenes for me, because the bobbin, you can't see it in the machine, but it's doing half the work, right? You've got the thread on top, you've got the bobbin inside hidden in the machine. So something you're doing behind the scenes, again, that's not obvious, but it's bringing something together. You've got the arrow here. This could be about direction. It could be that you've got a goal right now or a direction in mind with something that you want to do. You've got, this connects with your witch card, your green witch card of like determination. The hammer is about determination and vision. I feel like you're working very diligently at something, or you're putting in a lot of hard work towards something. I'm seeing you are a hard worker when you enjoy it. That's what I'm seeing. When you enjoy what you're doing, or you feel emotionally connected to it, you put your all into it. But if not, I feel like you know what I mean? Like, I think that's a big thing for you. I think you might be a very emotionally reactive person, okay, with the fire ant, the moon, like the werewolf here. There's an emotional reactive thing to this that maybe is a part of who you are, right? That could be, you've got the pirate. The pirate and chaser makes me think you're hunting for something. You're searching for something. There's something with lost and found that you might be missing or looking for or waiting for, possibly. You've got the clock here too. So there's an element of time management might be important to you. Again, I was getting you really enjoy working at night. You've got the mountain. This can be about, again, determination, connecting to your Green Witch Oracle. Let's quickly read that, actually, just because this theme keeps coming up for you. So let me grab that book. Harvest. It's so funny too, because groups 1, 2, and 3, I didn't use this deck. I felt I wanted to use this deck for you. So it's not funny. Something about you're the magical group today. I was kind of hoping there would be one magical kind of intuitive group, so I'm really happy to see this. Okay. So harvest time means hard work. It's time to reap the results of sowing and tending. That usually means a lot of effort concentrated in a short period of time. This time can be just as exhausting as when you sowed your seeds, but it is a necessary part of the successful growing season. So you could be getting ready to kind of harvest something. You understand that there's like a big burst of energy you need to kind of put into something. Sometimes you might think that it's all about sitting back and enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's important to appreciate your success, but don't lose your way. The Harvest card directs you to collect your bounty, to recognize your blessings, and to not stop working too early. You're almost there, but you still have things to see through. Work to recoup the energy you have previously invested. The reflection. Are you burning out because of too much hard work too quickly? How can you give yourself support as you reap the bounty of your efforts? Okay, so very interesting. This could be something, again, you're working hard on in secret for some reason right now. So very interesting. It's saying kind of keep at it right now. There could be another burst of energy necessary to get this completed. Let's get you some angel numbers. I read these intuitively, so you've got, I'm going to read 127. Oops. Oh my goodness. Things are falling out all over the place. 127. Creation. Yeah. So you are creating your soul's plan. The choices you've made are in line with your soul contract. Feel assured that the path you take presently is leading you to where you want to be. Create an intention today that aligns you further to the divine's plan for you. Write it down and place it where you can see it every day. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you are in the midst of creating something big, I can tell, but it seems to be, again, you could also be in research phases of this, possibly. Research could be a big part of this. You could have, like, with awaken your creativity and the fire ant, like the colors here, a creative idea could have just been awoken in your, a creative idea could have just essentially been like woken up inside of you, okay? So awaken your creativity. You are so in tune with your emotions, the emotional side of things, the hidden parts of yourself. You're facing some fears, I feel like. Oh, wow. So I love this reading group, or I really love your group. Okay, let's get you some letters. Oops, one fell. So you've got an L, an N, a W, an and. I'll flip these over. Feel free to pause the video if you want more time with the letters. And also look in the comments for suggestions. Look for names, numbers, or names, initials, I meant. Thank you in advance to everyone who finds words and puts it in the comments. It's always very helpful. I'm seeing art. For me, I always see things when I'm editing. I don't know if it's because I'm more relaxed. I don't know, because I'm pretty relaxed right now. I think it's just the pressure. I don't know. Okay, so, oh, that's cool how it said ask. Ask, oh, wow. Ooh, did I put it like that? I don't think I did. Intentionally anyway, so ask. Is there something you need to ask about with wisdom? Is there information that you need to seek out right now? A lot about hidden knowledge here. Wow, that gave me chills. Oh my gosh. Okay, ask. You've got start. Sorry, my throat keeps making gurgly sounds. Yeah, and share this with someone that you think might enjoy it as well. That would also really help me. Where was this? This was an L. Beauty. Beauty. Mask. We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking. Name that movie. If you can name that movie, I'll be very impressed. Okay, let's do the pendulum. Pause the video if you want more time with letters. Do you hear my dog snoring? Okay, group 4. Think of a yes or no question. Pause the video if you need a bit more time. You've got a no for today. But overall, take the messages from the cards. Sometimes the pendulum is just some extra fun confirmation. But yeah, let me know what you think, group 4. I'd love to hear what you think of this one. Does it make sense for what you're currently doing, or does it make sense with what you've always known you could be doing? I'd love to hear. And we will see you next time. Group 5, if you chose the Ace of Pentacles from the Pastel Journey Tarot, then this is your messages about what kind of career you would be good at and why. So I'm really excited to dive in and see what we get here. So what I'm doing is I'm shuffling out a Major Arcana card, and then we'll shuffle out some tarot and some other cards and kind of see what kind of career, what kind of job you would be really good at and why. What might you enjoy about it? What skills do you have that add to this? So let's find out. Group 5. I think it's been, oh, the Empress. I think it's been like a couple of years since I've done a reading with more than 4 groups. Usually I do 3 groups, occasionally 4, but it's very rare that I'll do more than that. I think I've only done 1, so this is really interesting. Okay, so let's find out. We've got the Empress here. So group 5, what kind of job or career would group 5 be good at? What kind of job or career would group 5 be good at? What kind of job or career? Six of Swords. Very nice. So a couple of things right away before we kind of dive into the other cards. The Empress is one of those cards. This could be so many different careers. One of the first things that I often think about with this is beauty, though. Anything related to beauty, the beauty industry or fashion, hairstyling, makeup artistry, lashes, you know, fashion designer. I think you have a really wonderful style, or the way you express yourself through style. I think you'd be really good at helping people find their style. But yeah, something in the beauty industry I'm really getting, I think you'd be really good at. So like I said, makeup artistry or something like that, lashes, aesthetics in any way, whether it's like, you know, whether it's like facials or body wraps, pedicures, manicures, all of that, I think you'd be wonderful at. Anything involving self-care specifically here I'm getting. I think you make people feel better about themselves, and I think you would be really good in a job where you really kind of make things, like, I feel like you like to help people, okay, is what I'm getting. I feel like you like to help people, and part of that is helping them feel good about themselves. So any of those jobs that I listed, I think you'd be phenomenal at. There's more, though, that we can get from the Empress. We'll get the rest of our cards. Anything like a nurturing, care-giving kind of role would definitely fit into the Empress. Also creative. We had 2 other creative groups, different kinds of creativity. So we'll see. I think you might be an artist of some kind. You've got the spider here, very beautiful. Okay, group 5. Oh, we had a couple fall out. We'll try that again. Group 5. What kind of career or job would group 5 be good at? What kind of career or job would group 5 be really good at? Watermelon. Have fun with your inner child. Okay, so here brings in another side of things. Group 5, I feel like you have a lot of things that are going to come up here, okay? So one other side of this is taking care of children or caregiving of any kind, okay? But we do have childhood mentioned here, so it could be childhood, education, or something like that. Let's finish getting your cards and then we'll continue here. The spider is making me think of Charlotte's Web. Group 5. What kind of job or career would group 5 be really good at? What kind of job or career would group 5 be really good at? Energy, clearing, and freshening. Okay, interior design just popped up with the Empress card. I feel like you like to have beautiful spaces. I feel like you would be really, really great at interior design. I think you already probably have a natural talent to it. People might go into your space, your apartment, your home, and be like, wow, is it ever beautiful? Getting like really like comfy furniture and like beautiful fabrics, and you enjoy beauty around you, I think. Okay, you enjoy beauty around you. I think you really enjoy a clean home, I'm seeing here with the broom, or a clean space. You could also be into cleaning or organizing for people. Okay, that could be kind of like a healing thing that you do for people, or something you do to really care for people. Because that really is like, I mean, I think you either love cleaning or you don't, right? And I think people that love cleaning really understand the benefits of it. So I'm very cluttered. I'm very disorganized. I do love cleaning other people's homes though, and I have done that in the past. I'm doing a little housekeeping for someone right now, and I love it. But, you know, it is the kind of job I think you either have to love or you just don't like doing it. So I'm really strongly getting here, group 5. You would be fantastic at interior design or anything involving the home here with the broom, okay? I think you see the benefit of like how recreating a space or decorating a space can really freshen up energy in a room. So I think interior design, you might be someone who really loves watching interior design shows. You might be someone who just loves always kind of freshening up the space, adding new artwork, adding new paintings or new furniture, new throw pillows. Like I feel like you really appreciate a well-designed space or a well-decorated space. I'm seeing you sitting outside and having a nice patio area to sit in. So it might be something you like doing as well. Onto outside, we had one group specifically that was like really into gardening, but more of like working in the dirt, planting seeds, farming, that kind of thing. You seem to like gardening. I think you'd be great at gardening, but more of like the aesthetic part of that. Okay, so I think you'd be really great at floral arranging or something like that. I think you'd have a really great skill at doing floral arrangements or bouquets for people. Gift baskets. I'm seeing gift baskets is something you'd be really, really great at. I think you have a natural creativity, and I think you like doing things that you also liked doing as a child. There seems to be a connection to something you enjoyed doing then that you still enjoy doing now as an adult. So that's really kind of cool as well. Let's read Spider, if I can find the book. Here it is. Floral here also with these flowers, and the Empress made me think, because I was talking about floral arranging, perfume. Okay, you might be into making scents or selling perfume. You could work at like Sephora or something. This could be what I'm picking up on. You could work at Sephora or with makeup. You could be a makeup artist, or this is saying you'd be very good at that. Fashion, like I said, is definitely coming through. Okay, so this, oh, look at this, talk about creation. You've got the Empress, creation, spider. Okay, so I'm going to read you here, creator of prosperity. So talk about creator here. Now, what's really jumping out to me here is when in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, and forlorn. Okay, so to bring into balance, playful creativity. Now that's what gave me chills. That's what I wanted to focus on here, because you've got have fun with your inner child. So there's definitely, I want to read this one too as well. But yeah, there's something about really getting to express yourself creatively in what you do. And I think that's why you'd be so good at makeup artistry and fashion, because there's really no rules necessarily, especially with fashion. I mean, especially dressing and things like that. I mean, really there's no rules. It's whatever makes you feel good. I think you have fun putting together cool outfits. You also might have a touch of nostalgia when it comes to putting together outfits. So you might wear things that you wanted to wear as a child, you know, different things you had imagined wearing. Or based on like movies you watched, you get to wear these things now. So you have fun with fashion now. So watermelon is a color of softness, gentleness, and compassion that encourages affection, self-acceptance, and kindness. I think you help people accept themselves, and I think you help people bring, or I guess just feel better about themselves. I think you there's something healing about you with Six of Swords, the Empress, and that is like, if you're a hairstylist, like I think we don't really give it enough credit how doing something like doing our hair or dressing in something that makes us feel good, or you know what I mean, like that self-care can be really healing. So I think that's something you're either involved in or would be really good at. And I'll get to teaching because I'm really strongly getting teaching energy here too, or early, child care of some kind, taking care of children in some way. I think you do like to take care of people. I think you're a very loving person. I feel like people feel very comforted by you. Okay, so it says its spirit of fun and easy access to your inner child assists people who suffer from low self-esteem. Yes. Wow, loneliness and sadness. So I think you help people with that, or you would be good with doing that. Watermelon also encourages generosity, healing, and understanding. Allow watermelon rays to awaken your joyous, playful nature. So I think whatever it is you do, you get to kind of play and have fun and be creative. I think you're somebody who always appreciates the beautiful things in life. I think you see, like even the spider web, you see the intricacy and the beautifulness in everything that you see, in flowers, in the sky, in the clouds, in nature. Everything you see, you have this, like, you see the beauty in everything that you do. And I think that's why you likely might enjoy makeup, clothing, hairstyling, things like that. You see the beauty in everything. Interior design is coming through as a major job here, so that's one of the big ones that I'm wanting to list here for your group. Interior design, 150%. You would be phenomenal. You might have always really liked looking at interior design magazines, and I might have already said watching interior design shows. I remember I used to watch, what was her name? Debbie Travis back in the day. When I was younger, I watched Debbie Travis, and I used to like looking at paint swatches. Maybe you like looking at paint swatches or wallpaper books when you go out. I feel like you like fabrics. I keep imagining you like touching fabrics and different like beautiful tapestries or like tablecloths, things like that, pillows, frills, tassels. Like I just see you as somebody who really enjoys that kind of thing. And you're someone who I think is very creative with their hands. Like you like to make things out of clay or Play-Doh or things like that with inner child. You really enjoy that kind of thing. You might be into sculpting or possibly like pottery or something like that. You could be really into pottery, painting the pottery afterwards. Beautiful. Yeah. Group 5, you're like the group that appreciates the beautiful things in life, art and music, and like the art and nature and paint and fabrics and beautiful sitting areas. You like when you're standing in line at the grocery store, you really like to look at the decorating magazines, and it's just like something you feel very drawn to. So very beautiful, very nice. I think you could be great at all those things. And of course, there's also childcare here as well, or nurturing energy. It doesn't even have to be childcare. I'm strongly getting that, but it doesn't have to be that. You could help people who need help with things like cleaning or organizing as well. Like I said, you are very nurturing, caring energy. You like to take care of people. You also like to take care of yourself, which is really good. But yeah, very caring energy. So maybe there's somebody that you help. Like maybe someone who just had surgery. You're helping them clean their space or freshen their space. So very, very nice. Soft. I love that this is the deck, like Pastel with the Empress. Like there's soft, loving energy here. Such a beautiful deck. Oh my gosh. Okay, group 5. What kind of job would group 5 be good at? Okay, not surprised to see the paint. Interior design keeps coming through, but painting, working with painting. I was imagining you painting pottery, but there's so many other things you can paint. Canvas, rocks. Like you just like to paint, I think. Or painting could be something that you're very good at, or you would be good at. Also painting walls too. It doesn't have to be like oil painting or watercolors. A tantalizing prospect will come your way. So that's really interesting. One other group got that one today. So that's talking about an opportunity that might come up. Okay, so there could be an opportunity to pay attention to or to look out for. Because you've also got the baseball glove, which is also about paying attention. Something's coming your way. A creative opportunity could be coming your way. You've got the wish or the shooting star. So this is about a wish, making a wish, or a rare opportunity. You've got lots about like unique experiences possibly coming your way. It's asking you to be patient with something. You've got the house here. So again, this is making me think of interior design, something involving the home. You might help people with that, or this could be something that you would be really good at. Putting things together. I think you have a really great talent for like, okay, what fabric would go with this wallpaper, and what paint should I do in this room? Like that is, you've got a natural ability for that. I think you do often like to freshen up your own space too, though. Okay, you've got the dog here. This is about loyalty and friendship. Could just mean that you're a caring friend, that your friends appreciate you. It could mean that you like to care for animals too. I was focusing on children, but it could be caring for animals. So you could be somebody that does like dog sitting in your home or something like that. You've got the frog here. This is about new beginnings, fresh starts as well. Cleansing, which I think makes a lot of sense, because I'm getting you might like a really clean home, or you might be into cleaning homes, or that would be something you're really good at. I love it. So I've cleaned for a couple people, and I find it like weirdly relaxing, and I like listening to music and doing things like that while I do it. It's nice. It feels good. And a lot of times, like, because for me, I have a hard time cleaning my own space, but I love cleaning for other people. So that might be you as well. But I do kind of sense that you like your space really beautiful and put together. You've got stop. Stop sign could represent like paying attention to signs right now. It could be letting you know to stop and rest, take care of yourself. Okay, there could be something it's telling you to pay attention to. The stop sign just asks us to be aware, and you've got a lot of that, a lot of like pay attention. So there could be something it's saying, like there's an opportunity coming in. You've got candles. You could decorate for parties or birthdays, or make birthday cakes or something. Maybe that's how you do your creativity. Birthday cakes, like baking, making beautiful cakes. The idea with this though would be like beautiful cakes, like nice icing and frosting and all this, that kind of thing. You really like the decorating portion of it. The pirate, this is about like seeking something out, seeking out some sort of treasure. It can be about embracing adventure. So that's kind of interesting. But it's also about imagination, and it makes me think of inner child, because this little pirate I've had since I was a child, and I used to use it in my little fairy displays. I've had this, I got it in a Kinder Surprise. I've had this since I was little. It might be one of my favorite charms just because I've had it forever. It's like a treasure to me. So this really connects with adventure, inner child messages. I think there's something magical about your life. I'm imagining like a princess castle kind of, because even the interior design I'm imagining is very princess. It's very castle. It's like, I'm imagining these beautiful like tapestries and tassels. I think I even mentioned like, there's something almost like, I don't know, it's like, I'm imagining like a Renaissance fair or something like that. I don't know, I'm just kind of speaking what's coming out, but yeah, there's something like artistic. Go for a walk. You, I think, do enjoy nature. I see that with the Empress as well. I think you enjoy nature. You enjoy a fresh space. You enjoy opening your windows and getting some fresh air in there. So yeah, very cool. Your job might involve going for a walk in some way, or getting outside could be an important part of your work or your inspiration creatively. Very cool. Let's get you some angel numbers. You've got, I'm going to read 101. And we'll do letters and then the pendulum. So 101, you've also got 7. These could be important dates. I just choose the numbers intuitively to read. Mood matters. Any feeling is a good one. It's normal to want to feel happy all the time, but it's not realistic. Your angels are giving you assurance that all of your emotions, no matter what they are important. Emotions are meant to be explored and learned from. List 3 feelings you have 3 times a day for the next 3 days. Do not judge yourself or try to shift these feelings. Simply explore them. So I think you're really getting in touch with your emotions. The Empress is the more emotional. You know, you've got the Emperor and the Empress. The Empress is the one that's very in tune with their emotions. So I think you're very in tune with your emotions. You could be healing through something as well, because the 6 of Swords is a card of healing, and even though it's a swords card, there's that emotional element because of the water. So there is something you're healing with using your mind through an emotional situation. So I think you're very emotional, you're very in tune with your emotions, and you're very sensitive right now, possibly, and that I think could be actually helping you with your art in some way, or your creativity. Okay, let's get you some letters. got an A, fell out and landed on the charm chart. Group 5. So have fun with the letters. Look for names, initials. You've got song, make, want, time. I just imagined Moulin Rouge when he's singing that song, Your Song. And you can tell everybody this is your song. That just popped into my head. Okay, so always look in the comments for suggestions. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who puts suggestions in there in the comments. That's always helpful because I usually don't see much until I'm editing, unfortunately. All right. I see wait. Could be something you're waiting for. I see turn. Your turn, waiting your turn. Because you've got, yeah. Want. Okay, I'm recording this in the month of June, so this could be when you're watching it, or this could be an important month. Okay, let me flip them all over and let you look for a second. I see love, which is Empress energy, very self-love, loving, nurturing, caring, motherly sort of energy. You could be parenting yourself with certain things as well, okay? Yeah, let me know what you see. Yeah, I see love. Beautiful. Okay, group 5. Let's do your pendulum. You can go back and pause that if you want more time. Think of your yes or no question relating to today's reading or not. Either way, that's okay. You've got a no way for right now. Remember with this pendulum, though, it's kind of just fun confirmation of a certain message. Like, have fun with it. Take mostly what you get from the messages from the cards, but have fun with my readings. I really hope that you enjoyed this today, and we will see you next time.